Oh, hello. There's a guest with me now.
I have a question.
Yes, go for it.
Have you ever been told that you look like Adam Driver?
Yeah, I've heard that a couple times.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
It was. Oh, go for it. What's up?
No. You go for it. You tell me.
Well, there was one time I think close to Halloween, where I was wearing like a black shirt, and this was like, I was wearing a black long sleeve shirt, and this was around the time that the Force Awakens movie came out,
Yeah.
and multiple times people were like, "You trying your Kylo Ren cosplay before Halloween?"
Oh my god.
I was like, I guess I'm Kylo Ren this year.
That's so funny. I mentioned it in passing to a few people recently, and nobody agreed with me. And I went, I guarantee he's heard that before. I
Oh,
swear.
I've heard it. Yep.
Yeah. Thank God, man. I thought I was losing it.
You're not crazy.
One time at the beginning of October, it wasn't even close to like Halloween. I was in like a drive-through at Starbucks or something, and the guy freaked out at the window. He's like, "Oh, you're cosplaying Tokyo Ghoul." I wasn't dressed up or anything. I was just me. I was like, what the fuck?
How did you respond?
I was at the time I hadn't seen it, so I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. And then I asked someone like, "What?" And then I found out later. But yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. Oh, and I always get it'll be like fucking like August or something, and somebody will be like, "Oh, Halloween came early this year," to like me when I'm in public like years ago, and it's like, oh man, these people,
Wow.
man.
How did you take those? Were you just
Well,
like, hell yeah?
Well, I don't usually. It's always in passing when they're like walking past me. It's never like a very positive thing, but it's so I don't know.
Him snide.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really.
Do you enjoy Halloween?
I don't really like celebrate any holidays. I think because I'm mainly just like in my apartment, like on my own. I kind of just chill.
Hmm.
So
If you had to pick a holiday that was your favorite, what would you pick?
Hmm. I do like Halloween because I get to see a lot of cool stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
Everybody fooled me last year, or this year rather. Like, I thought nobody was celebrating it because no one was talking about Halloween, and then on Halloween, everybody fucking showed up and like posted crazy fits on Twitter, and I was like, man, I didn't know that everyone was doing this.
Underprepared.
Yeah, it's like, damn it, maybe I should have done something. I like the vibe of like Christmas though, because even though I don't leave, I like feel the vibe of like the world, you know, and
Yeah.
Christmas vibes are generally pretty cool.
Yeah, the world gets a little warmer despite it getting colder
Yes.
around Christmas time.
Yeah. Now I know for next year with the Halloween thing though, to just do something anyway, even though it seems like nobody is, because everyone will fucking pop off on Halloween.
Yeah. I saw I was at the museum of like Academy Awards or whatever recently, and I saw the costume for Edward Scissorhands
Whoa.
and realized that I wanted to wear that.
Yes.
I just think it looks so cool.
Yeah, Edward Scissorhands is sick.
I'm gonna make one with real scissors, and then I'll give haircuts.
Yes.
I feel like I could do that actually. I would say I'm a pretty good hair cutter.
I guess I'll take your word for it. I didn't
Yeah, I have
know
no
that.
proof to show you. So you'll just have to believe me.
Yeah. Cutting curly hair is a nightmare.
Ooh, I do have no experience with that.
Yeah, it's a completely different realm, like universe even. It's
Interesting. Yeah. How do you
It's awful.
account for that?
It's awful.
Do they have to like wet it all down and get it straight and cut it like that, or is that even possible? Is that how curly hair works?
A little bit, kind of. Yeah, like pretty much. But whenever I like do my hair properly, when the curls are super tight, everyone will ask me if I got a haircut. When really, the curls are just tighter, so it makes my hair look shorter.
Oh, I just saw another chatter say that I look like Wes Anderson. That's the other one I get all the time.
I don't know who that is.
Wes Anderson. He's a director. He's done he's done Fantastic Mr. Fox, Isle of Dogs. A lot of kind of, how do I describe him? My mind is blanking. He has a very unique style. If you look him up, I'm sure you've seen at least a trailer for his stuff.
Maybe. I have no access to like any kind of TV.
He's a movie director, but I guess yeah, I see your point.
Yeah, I don't watch movies either.
Do you really?
I do not watch movies. I don't remember the last. The only time I watch anything like on like film or movie related is when I'm in like a social setting where I'm like there and everybody else is there, kind of thing.
Interesting. Wait, because I see you as like a storyteller, so I find it really
Yeah.
surprising that you don't watch movies.
Yeah, like I have a really hard time consuming anything that isn't very like interactive. Like, if I'm watching a movie, I usually like get super sidetracked mentally and just can't get past like 5 minutes. Like I just can't focus on anything.
Interesting. Okay, wait. I have a question for you, and I may have asked this in one of our like late night calls.
Yeah.
But would you say like how many tracks do you have in your brain? And I'll preface this by saying like how many things are you thinking about at once? Because I have a very one-track mind to a fault, to the point where if I'm focused on like an edit or something, everything is tuned out. I forget my phone exists. I forget time exists.
Yeah.
And I will spend all my time on that and then come back to the world.
I'm completely like that too. It's how I get a lot of my work done is when I don't want to do it, I force myself to start on something even though I really don't want to, because I'll get so like hyper focused on it and nothing else will matter until I finish that kind of thing.
But for something like a movie,
Yeah.
your mind gets sidetracked.
I guess because it's not as interactive. Like, I'm not like physically, I can't, it's hard for me to sit still and like watch something. I don't know. It's like, there are a few shows when I've been able to, when it gets me thinking in a way where it's like Death Note was really easy for me to watch once I got a few, like I had to have someone,
Like force you to sit down and watch
yeah,
it.
for the first like few, because
Yeah.
I really wanted to watch it and they like forced me to pay attention. I had to redo it like 3 times, but then once I was a little bit invested, I was trying to mentally figure it out throughout it, so then it got me like interacting with it enough to finish it.
It was engaging. Got it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, but every other time it's like if I'm with somebody and they're watching it and I want to be near them and I happen to catch like pieces of it, kind of thing.
Where did you get your like sense of storytelling and stuff then? Is that just natural, or from
Well,
games maybe?
What do you mean? So, what do you mean by sense of storytelling?
I don't know. I feel like you. How do I put it? I mean, you have an element of showmanship to you an extent because I mean you do music. You had your YouTube
Yeah.
channel, so like you have a sense of that. So I'm curious where you think that instinct came from, because mine
Well-
definitely came from watching movies.
I don't know if it'd be like like whenever I read a good story that was like sent in to me at the time, I would be like, I really, really want to make this come to life. It's more like painting to me or something, like rather than storytelling. Because I'm like, oh, I want to tell it like really right with the right music and edits and like perfect amount of space between each word kind of thing. It's more of like crafting that than like a just telling it thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, are you a good reader?
Yeah. I guess. I mean,
Horrible reader.
I didn't really know I was a good reader, like, until all of that. I guess like, from there were longer videos I did where I read it as I was going without ever reading it prior. I'd say I can read pretty quickly. Yeah, less if I've been. When I was doing it constantly, I couldn't because I would have to wear the fucking eye patch, and then that fucks everything up. But
Ooh, yeah.
yeah. But if I'm not, if the screen's not destroying my eyes, then yeah, I could read pretty like quickly.
See, I am a very slow reader, and I lose, not interest, but I lose, similar to you watching movies. It's not interactive enough for me. There's not enough stimulation.
Yeah.
So I'll read like a page and a half, and then my mind will go somewhere else. But okay, what's interesting though is like, I'm pretty imaginative. So normally what'll happen is I'll be reading it, and then I'll start imagining either the story or something cooler than that story.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I'll go on this tangent and be like, oh shit, I forgot I'm reading this thing.
Yeah, I do that with music sometimes. I do not read books or read anything in my free time
Yeah.
because of that. But with storytelling, it was different because I was like, oh, I'm gonna make this sound effect there and do this, and like it was more like a painting. But when it's not, then I can't read at all.
Yeah. But that's also my weakness because in filmmaking you have to read scripts.
Yeah.
And to find like really good scripts, you have to read a lot of bad scripts.
Right.
And so it's just like I have like a couple in my inbox that I was supposed to read like a month ago. And I'm like, I'll get like half a page into it and then
Yeah.
just lose track.
I used to love like learning and reading like online, but then after doing horror narration for years, I just can't. I just dislike reading now generally. I used to just read Wikipedia pages.
Same. Actually,
Yeah.
okay. I would say that's the exception. I would go in like deep dives into like
Yeah.
Marvel was a good example of like I would read up like, oh, Spider-Man. I'm kind of curious about this character. I didn't read the
Yeah.
comics, but like I'd read up on Spider-Man and then find like 12 villains, open
Dude.
12 tabs, read all
Yeah.
of those.
It's about the most niche shit for me every single time. That's why I liked reading the Wikipedias, because it was such specific information. I don't know.
Yeah. The Saw franchise was another one where I just read it all.
I used to read like about like the Han Dynasty and shit, and like very specific people and like the lore behind them, because I was like, damn, these were real life people doing evil shit. Like it was nothing. Like,
See, that's cool. I feel like
Yeah.
that's a better way to teach history.
yeah. Definitely.
That was also the wow, I'm unearthing something here. In 8th grade, I had a history teacher. Prior to that, I hated history. But in 8th grade, I had a history teacher who, every lesson, he would play either an entire movie or scenes from a movie that relate
Yeah.
to the history we were learning. And that's when I was like, hell yeah, history class, let's go.
Yeah. I think history was like one of my like the subjects I liked more than like anything else.
I'm trying to think what my favorite subject would have been. Not really sure. I mean, the easy answer is like art, but I'm trying to not say that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really like school.
Yeah, me neither.
It's hard to pick.
Yeah. I don't know, I just did not learn the same way conventionally, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I still kind of don't. Like, I feel like I learn a lot better and faster literally by looking up like YouTube tutorials and stuff. Because I can like, I'll put it on like 2x speed and just like speed run it. Be like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, I have to learn by doing it myself. I can't read directions for anything at all. Like, if you give me like a 3-step direction on how to cook something, I'm not able to do it. Like, I swear to God.
But if you see someone do it, you'll know it, right?
If I see someone do it, or like I physically touch the objects to do it, then I'll be able to do it. But if it's just reading, and whenever people give me like instructions over text, I have to call them and ask them specifically what they mean about every single thing that they said, because I'll overthink it and be like, wait, do you mean I'll take it too literally, you know?
Yeah. Oh no, I can feel my thought leaving my brain. It's gone.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine.
My cursed brain.
Hey man, it's all right. It's 3:11 in the morning. We can just blame that.
I woke up not so long ago, so I really don't have an excuse.
Oh, you didn't have to say that though. People are asking if this is live or pre-recorded.
Oh, this is pre-recorded. This is the 37.2 FM Toast Radio segment at 3:11 a.m. Pre-recorded, synced up perfectly.
Yo, what's going on here?
This is a 48-hour disguised toast live stream.
Okay.
Where he has big-brained it and turned it into a radio podcast thing that he doesn't have to be at all the time.
Right. I'm
And now here we
surprised he trusts this server.
Me too.
This is a pretty
Me
big
too.
one.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like Toast is the kind of guy where if someone did something he didn't like,
Yeah,
he would let them know.
yeah, I don't feel like people would fuck with Toast.
Yeah.
It's a big server though.
It is, yeah. There's a lot of people in here. Was there a calling actually? Oh no, never mind. I'm in the wrong channel. Yep, a lot of people in here.
Yeah, like, I'm kind of surprised he did that.
Yeah, I'm curious if we'll get any mischievous evil doers.
Jeez, I just saw the count.
The what?
The actual amount of people, like the number.
What is the number? I just did like a scroll through.
I think it's like 300 or something.
If it works out, that's a lot of radio hosts.
Yeah. I could never, man. Oh my god.
Interesting concept, though. How's your sleep schedule been recently? Same? Same
yeah,
old?
Yeah. Usually the same. I don't know. I usually stay up for days, and then like I'll sleep like a couple hours each day, and then I'll have one day where I catch up with like 12 hours, and then it repeats.
Oh, so you do the kind of bank sleep method.
Well, not on purpose.
Okay, do you enjoy sleep at all? Like, I have the mentality of, I wish I didn't have to.
Yeah. I don't think I enjoy it. I like feeling better afterward.
Yeah.
I don't know. Every day I wake up and then I go to my PC and I record music, and then that's pretty much it.
Is your voice affected at all by how much sleep you've had. And I ask this because when I wake up early in the morning, I'll have a definitely different texture to my voice.
Yeah, the texture is the right word for sure. Well, the the problem with me is that I'll have like I've been drinking literally like 6 or 7 coffees a day, and I say this every time, but I'm really not supposed to with my condition, and it affects my voice a lot. So whenever I sleep, it kind of resets that.
Oh, interesting.
So like if my voice is fucked up at the end of the day, like it is right now, then if I sleep like 6 hours and it's like a bit more fixed, and so I can get textures that weren't there before.
Yeah, because coffee like dehydrates the voice. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to. Well, I think I don't know why. For whatever reason, it could have to do with like something acidic. I don't really know, but I think it's the caffeine or something. But I can't scream at all if I've had coffee within like a week.
Whoa.
Yeah, it makes the scream like lose all the texture, and it just becomes like a more of like a yell than like a scream. So I have to. And I've talked to other like rappers and artists who scream, and they all say the same shit. Like, yeah, don't have coffee.
Interesting. No coffee, huh?
Yeah.
Do you know any other like voice, not techniques, but like tricks, I guess? Like, have you heard the one where like if you eat a green apple, you'll you know how sometimes your mouth has like extra saliva or something in it, and you can kind of hear the if you eat a green apple, supposedly it gets rid of that.
I've never heard that one before.
Oh, yeah.
I know the whole like, I know the whole like honey lemon and stuff like that for like warming up.
Yes, specifically for throat. Yeah, this one is like for mouth noises specifically.
That shit was so annoying when I would do narration.
Yeah.
Like
Now
that
you
was
know.
the fucking worst. I would sit there and do like practice takes for 20 minutes just to get like all that out, and then do the actual takes after.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I would record with my buddy, and he would be like, "It was great, dude, but listen to all this shit in there."
Yeah.
Like, damn it.
Good pop filter and mic too.
Yeah. There's also I forget, is lemonade or like limeade? Are those bad for your throat or good?
For me they're bad, but I don't know for other people.
I would assume bad. I think bad actually, because sometimes I've been sick and I've thought that lemonade would be good,
Yeah.
thinking like orange juice, but it was actually not a good idea.
Yeah. I need to fucking stop drinking coffee so bad. Like, I've just been like, I need coffee for the energy to record, but then it fucks up my voice for recording. So it's like hard.
What about other energy drinks?
Anything with caffeine.
Fucks your throat.
Yeah.
How about what are those other ones? Taurine.
I'm not sure actually.
What is a 5-hour energy made of? Is that caffeine?
I'm not touching that shit.
Sugar? True. You can just do sugar.
Yeah, the sugar is causes a lot of inflammation, which I also need to avoid.
Do you drink your coffee black or do you do cream and sugar?
Cold brew. I don't know what that means. I just drink cold brew.
I think that's essentially black, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any other like actually I guess you don't need this. Or maybe you do? Like staying awake techniques?
Wait, like how to stay awake?
Like, I'll give you 2 examples. I, throughout college, was constantly falling asleep just because I didn't give myself enough sleep. So in class, I had 2 techniques. One was I would lick my fingers, or if I had a water bottle, I would like dip it in water, and then kind of brush right under my eyelid. And that would like simulate. I'm not really sure what I was hacking, but the tired eyes would go away. I think I was just hydrating my eyes. And it would go away.
That's interesting.
After a while, that stopped working because I think my body got the hang of what I was doing. It caught on. And then I started using a trick where I would like very briefly hyperventilate, kind of like up my heart rate and like spike my adrenaline.
Oh my god.
Tricks of the trade. So do you have anything like that?
Yeah. When I would be awake at like 6 a.m. and I needed to be somewhere at like 10, I would pluck my eyebrows. Like,
Ooh. Almost like kind of similar to like pinching yourself.
yeah, like real close to the eyelid, and it would just like wake me up. It was, like,
Wow.
yeah, whenever I like really needed to do my eyebrows and also needed to be awake, that's just usually when I would do that.
Was that effective like forever, or did that ever kind of stop working?
Well, now I don't go outside, so I don't really ever need to be anywhere. Yeah.
So you haven't used it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. How do you have the energy to even like pluck the eyebrow?
I guess I wanted to be awake enough.
Because I think I've told you this, but my my body works in that I kind of stay up as long as possible, because when I sleep, I kind of have very little control of when I wake up. I could set alarms, I can set whatever, but I will like subconsciously wake up and turn them off.
Yeah, I have that problem as well. It's the fucking worst because you can't trust anything.
Exactly. Can't trust myself.
Yeah.
So like it's an example of like if I were to wake up and think like, oh, I'll do the corpse trick, I don't think I would have the energy to do that.
Yeah, no, I've missed so many fucking doctor's appointments from I'll go to sleep, I'll set an alarm, and then I'll wake up. It's way past my appointment. All my alarms are off, and I don't remember anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I've even like responded.
What do you even
to
do
people.
in that situation? Like I don't.
Oh, like when you're super late like that?
Well, no, like when you turn off your alarms in your sleep. I guess set your phone like in a completely different room or something. I don't know.
Yeah. The times I've kind of like fought that are putting my phone in like the bathroom or like somewhere else. Because then by that point I'm already standing.
Yeah.
There was one instance though where I got up, walked over there because I put it on a couch. Got up, walked over, turned it off, and went to sleep on the couch.
Oh my fucking god.
And then later woke up like, what?
It's so fucked. That was like my evolution because I didn't start doing that until later, and I was like, my body has evolved to turn off my alarm.
Yeah.
Where's Toast at?
I don't know.
They're saying he's in Ray's stream.
Oh, he vented, yeah. He's in Ray's stream.
Evil.
Okay, so he brought me in here like an hour and a half ago, and there was a timer on that said 1 hour. And then at some point, I didn't realize it, but he upped it by another hour.
You didn't realize.
So I think this timer means he'll be back in 30 minutes.
Evil. Toast is a demon.
Feeding off of my sleep schedule.
So real.
Have you been gaming recently? What have you been doing?
What have I been doing? Well, I just wake up and I make music, but
Which is good.
I
Can't
played a
wait to hear
little
more.
bit of TFT with Myung, and I've been playing old shitty Flash games from the early 2000s.
From where? Like Newgrounds?
Um,
Miniclip?
They have integrated a lot of them onto Steam.
They're on Steam now?
A decent amount of them. I just played through the entirety of Swords and Sandals, which is weird.
Swords and... I don't know if I'm familiar with this one.
I like playing really shittily made games.
Oh, dude, just looking at these screenshots like takes me back.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever played this, but yeah.
I prefer playing stuff like that with like a few friends than like, I don't know, like GTA or something. I don't know if I'm living in the past, but it's just more fun to me.
This one reminds me of, it kind of looks like, did you ever play that game like Sunny?
No.
It's on Newgrounds. Actually, it's on a couple of them, but it's like, I think he was like a zombie or something. And like, as you go through, you recruit like other party members. It was kind of like an RPG. But the combat looked somewhat similar to this.
Yeah. Emma recently on her last stream played through the entirety of Mad Father, which is like an old RPG Maker game from a long
Mad
time
Father?
ago. I think
Is it
that's what
related
it's
to the
called.
Mad like shooting games?
I don't
or is this something
think
else?
so. It's like an old RPG Maker game, and like playing that with her on stream and just hanging out was like, I don't know, I really like. It kind of brought me back. It's like early YouTube gaming days kind of vibe.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. This is kind of like when I was in like elementary, middle school, I was on a website where I would make games of this like kind of look.
Yeah.
Like all kind of like classic sprites, top down kind of aerial view, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything of this genre takes me back.
I don't know, there's not really anything that you can game currently that's like that, it feels like, besides just getting the old stuff.
Yeah, I mean maybe an indie game, but none of them come to mind.
I like the idea that the boundaries of the game can be broken, like, and I like glitches and shit, so it's like, if you buy a super new, like, heavily funded game by a big company, you kind of know what to expect within the boundaries of the dialogue and everything in like the game. There's not going to be any fuck ups, but then when you buy a really shitty indie game, it's like you never know what they're gonna fucking put in there.
Yeah. Actually, did you ever play Undertale? What did you think of Undertale?
I actually have not played Undertale, which a lot of people are surprised by usually.
Yeah, because Undertale is a game where it did feel in that same realm. It was like one dude did it himself and like kind of was like, there's no rules to this, I'm gonna make my own rules.
Yeah. A lot of people have recommended it to me. I should do that.
There's also a few ways you can play. Like you can get creative. I haven't done them all, but oh, something else I wanted to ask about. You and Carl said that you were playing that Yu-Gi-Oh game.
Yeah.
What was it called again? Was it
Yeah, Duels of the Roses.
Duels of the Roses. And that got me thinking, what was the one that I played? Because it was not that.
Yeah. I think Carl's like the only person on the fucking planet I've ever met that also played that game, and then we met up in person and played it on my fucking PS2.
Yeah, that's the part that threw me, because I never played one on a PS2, but I had a handheld one.
I used to love the Yu-Gi-Oh game. It's like on all the Game Boys.
You had them all?
I don't know if I had all the games, but it's like all I played on my Game Boy at the time.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Game Boy games. Are there? Oh my god, there's so many.
Yeah. I emulated them later on my phone, I think.
Maybe it was World Championship Tournament that I played. I'm not sure. I just remember playing it and realizing that I was playing the card game wrong, I think. Like there was something I was doing was like, oh, that's how this mechanic works.
Yeah.
It might have been like, what's it called? Like quick cast magic cards or something? Or spells.
The PS2 and PS1 were so fun because there are so many games that are staples of people's childhood that you just never heard of. I feel like they were just like printing super like off-brand games.
Yeah, yeah. Are there any other like out there games that you remember?
I played a fuck ton, but I don't really remember any. There's some Digimon games I played.
Yeah. Because back then it was like, I don't know about you, but I didn't look them up. It was like, this box art looks sick.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
I'm buying it.
I don't even think many people, like, there's probably some super niche snowboarding games I played a fuck ton of that just nobody will ever have any other memory of. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of Final Fantasy X.
I rented, so I wanted to play Final Fantasy X. I
Yeah.
went to Blockbuster. I know, old times. And I found a game called Final Fantasy X2, and I was like, oh, sick. Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to play this. And I get home, and there's like no box art. It just says X2 on it.
Yeah.
I get home and I put it in, and it's just these three busty ladies.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, maybe my parents shouldn't watch me playing this.
I don't remember them being that like busty in that game. I just remember it was like a girl road trip.
It was a girl road trip, but like
girl bouncing on the road.
certain armor sets, they were just basically naked.
I have no recollection of that. Maybe I was just focused on the actual plot.
Yeah. I remember being in a like snowy mountain area with the three
Yeah.
of them and being like, this armor doesn't seem to fit, but it's my newest armor set, so I guess this is what we're rolling with.
Yeah, X2 is very, very different from X.
In what did the actual game, like obviously the story is gonna be different, but is the actual gameplay different?
Yeah, I believe there's a lot more mini games and shit. I feel like it's a little bit less story driven. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, like the story I remember from X2 was, I want to say they were like pop stars
Yeah,
and then crashed somewhere, and then I was fighting monsters, and I don't know why.
dude, X is so much better, I think. But I could be biased. I don't really remember. I don't know if I fully played through X2.
Are the three people from X2 even main characters in X?
One of like main character.
Yeah, like there's Yuna, Riku, and Pain. Which of them are?
Pain is not in X. Riku and Yuna are both in X.
Oh, okay. Are they pivotal to the plot?
Yes,
Or are they side
Yuna's very, very important in X.
Oh, okay. All right.
She's like the main character, yeah. Almost, pretty much.
Her and Titus?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you play the Kingdom Hearts games?
Yes.
Did you like them?
My memory of them isn't that great past like the first one, but yeah, I really enjoyed them.
I was at a friend's house and saw him playing, or no, I think I saw his older brother playing the first one. I was like, what is this? I need this. And that was like a week or two, or a week like before Kingdom Hearts 2 was coming out. So that was like the
Yeah.
perfect advertisement for me. Went and bought Kingdom Hearts 2, and like that was life changing for me. I sunk so many hours in that game.
Yeah. Waka from Kingdom Hearts, when he's on the island at the beginning, he's from Final Fantasy X.
Oh, okay.
I remember that tripped me out when I first played. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Yeah.
Dude, the first time when I first opened Kingdom Hearts, and all the what are they called, the Heartless, they raided the island. I did the unthinkable. I didn't know you were supposed to leave the island, so I was just there for days, just like training and shit. And then when the Heartless came, I swam out into sea. It just kept swimming, and I think I had to start a whole new save or some shit, because like I just kept swimming. Like,
I didn't know you could do that. Like,
I don't know if I don't know if they changed it or some shit, but that's at the time. Maybe you still can. At the time, that's what I did, and I got stuck out there, and I was so scared out in the ocean that I think I restarted my game.
out in Kingdom Hearts open water.
Because I remember it was like super nighttime when it happens, and like, dude, I've gotten stuck in the ocean in so many games, and I fucking hate the ocean, so I just.
Wait, this seems like such a niche problem to have.
I know. Happened to me on World of Warcraft too. I got stuck in I think it was called the Veiled Sea, or something.
Sounds familiar, yeah.
I was like fucking 7 years old. I got stuck in the Veiled Sea, and admins of the game had to take me out of it because I didn't I always get stuck in the ocean.
How? What? How? Why? Why is this a thing?
I didn't know that you could talk to the angel to respawn or whatever the fuck. And like whatever you can do now. I don't know if you could even do that then. Someone led me off a cliff and I got stuck in the ocean for like literally a month.
Oh, that sucked.
The admins had to pull. This is before Burning Crusade. The admins had to pull me out of the ocean. I just remember in big letters, the Veiled Sea. I don't know if it's actually called that, but that's how I remember it.
I'm also just like imagining you log in every day and be like, all right, let's see if we can get out today.
Dude, it was evil.
What? You said you hate the ocean. Did that come before all of this? Or how long have you hated the ocean?
I've always hated. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I have this really niche fear. It's not just of the ocean. It's like of I don't know how to describe it. I didn't know that phobias were like. I hadn't experienced a phobia or knew what it was like until I came across mine, which is like things that are like too big for the spaces that they're in.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to describe it. Like, I really don't know how to describe it. I'm not talking about thalassophobia, chat, because I am afraid of the ocean, but that's like, I thought that was my phobia until I came across the other one where I literally would have like full body physical reactions that I couldn't control to it. Like, in like, big astronomical things, like my fears are weird, like gravity failing and like portals opening and planets exploding and shit. Like,
These sound like cool fears.
no, they're fucked. Like, someone linked. Fuck! I shouldn't have said all this on stream.
It's okay. We'll edit that out.
God fucking damn it.
This is pre-recorded, right?
Dude, I had to actually get off Twitter one day because I had such a bad reaction to.
Oh wow. So
yeah.
you're serious about this?
Yeah, I never knew what it was like. It just it like put like full dread into my body. Like, it was so weird, and I was like, oh my god, that's what it's like. That's what it's like to have like a phobia.
Wow. Is this? Are you like? Would you say space too? Because I think of ocean and space as kind of being very similar.
Well, it's like, yeah, I'm like scared of the ocean and scared of space, but then this other super niche thing that I don't know how to really describe is like the actual one, because I thought that's what the other ones were.
Interesting.
I have
That's
no
crazy,
idea
yeah.
how to describe it.
I don't like is the thalassophobia being like the ocean itself being deep in the ocean or what? Because like I don't like open water. Like if I was to like fall out of a plane or fall off a cruise ship and like just be in the middle of the ocean, I would hate that because I know there's an entire universe below me.
Yeah, I don't know the definition of thalassophobia, but I thought it would be like the fear of the ocean, I think is what it is.
I think it's like fear of deep water. So maybe that's
Yeah.
maybe I have a form of that. Do I know how to swim? Yes, I know how to swim.
1 second, I grab coffee.
Okay. Having coffee when it's bad for him. This is a great time for me to order food. Should I get a cluck or a cow? First one I see is what I'm ordering. Cluck. Cluck it is. We're getting a big cluck. Spicy cluck. With some stuffed poppers. And a beverage. Ooh, should we do the shake? Yeah, we're doing the shake. Added to cart. No thanks. Toast is not sleeping. Okay, chat, can you guys let me know, what is the timer? What is the countdown? You guys are asking too, which is making me think maybe you don't know either.
What's up?
I'm asking chat if they know what exactly the timer is. Like, is that toast returning?
Yeah, I don't know what the timer is. I honestly just blindly joined this call. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, you didn't even know? Wow.
No.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying he comes back in 11 minutes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, what is he doing when he comes back?
I don't know. He's got another 36 hours to go.
Oh.
Yeah. Him, Ray, and I think Lily are all doing 48-hour streams.
What if
In
he
the
came back right now?
Then the
Yeah.
timer would be a lie.
That'd be so crazy. He wouldn't lie to us.
Yeah, he's never lied to us before, right?
Never.
What if he added another hour to the timer at 1 second?
It's a young subathon all over again.
Pretty much, yeah. Chat is saying it might not be when he comes back. You never know.
True, true. Oh, why does he keep disappearing like that and then coming back?
Yeah, I'm seeing that too. Is Toast fucking with us? Or?
Maybe. Dude, I fucking... Like, I've been trying to write shit for weeks for music for, like, various things. And then I randomly got up yesterday and I fucking snapped on a beat, like, hard. And then, like, I loved it the whole day. And the first mix was kind of weird, but I was, like, I guess my vocals are kind of hard to cut through some kind of beats. And I was, like, sick, like, a whole song, like, done. And then I fucking woke up today and I fucking hated it.
No.
I hate this shit, bro. Like, that's how it is for everything.
How much? I know you've got one. So how many songs are in like your backlog? Like don't have to be even like finished. Like I'm saying, could be a 30-second
a
idea.
lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot. That if you're talking like just recorded raw vocals over a beat, like an idea, like 100, like like a lot.
It's okay. Do you ever go back and be like, yeah, that sucks, or like, ooh, it was actually kind of cool?
Dude, I go back and I listen to my songs from when I was like 18 that are shittily mixed, or however old I was, 18, 19, whatever the fuck. And I'm like, damn, some of these are kind of good. Because it was, I think I was making stuff like around or like before Suicide Boys blew up and that kind of like sound started popping off.
Oh yeah.
And at the time I was like, I don't know if I want to release this kind of music. And then fucking like Suicide Boys and then like blew up with it. And I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy. I should have done it.
Yeah, it's like, what have I been sitting on?
Yeah. Yeah.
So nothing that you would like ever think of releasing now, though.
Let me think. Like the problem now is that I have like, since I'm not the type of person to just like drop stuff randomly, just like one-off things. Like for example, I can't just like put a one-off thing on SoundCloud right now, or at least I don't feel like I can, because everyone's like expecting like, oh, when's the next like big release? You know, and I don't like that kind of pressure, but because I don't know. But
Would you ever release under like a pseudonym or an alt account?
I was originally going to do that, and then I just like, I make way too many. I do way too many of those. Like everyone's alt becomes their main, and like, and then what if the song is like really good, and then you just hindered its potential completely?
Maybe. Yeah.
White Tea, my song, was supposed to be a SoundCloud throwaway. Like, I was never gonna upload it, and then I put it as like a throwaway on SoundCloud, and now it's got like 70 mil or something on Spotify, because I was like, eventually I was like, all right, fine, I'll put it on Spotify. Everyone keeps asking me to, and then it just like, just kind of blew up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how many of those should I have just put up?
Yeah. And then they get a whole new life of their own.
Yeah. Agoraphobic was like that too, like someone just said in the chat. Like, it was supposed to be like a little thing. I wanted to prove like, oh, I can upload a little thing real quick. I'm just gonna put it on YouTube. And then I wanted it to be like kind of like a secret for like the closer fans. And then YouTube trended it. And I was like, okay, well, the trend will stop and then it'll be like whatever, but it kept like climbing, and then SoundCloud trended it. It was in like their top 50 like the whole week or something, and then eventually it wasn't like a secret anymore, so I was like, fuck it, like, and everyone wanted it on Spotify just to like help them or whatever, so I was like, well, now I feel like I have to put it on Spotify because it's not like our little like thing anymore.
Yeah. The little baby's all grown up.
Yeah. And then I'm like, wow, if I would have just put it in there in the beginning, it, like, I don't know, I hinder myself a lot with stuff like that.
I don't know. I feel like it has a cool story after that now.
Yeah. Daywalker's fucking insane. I mean, you were there for a lot of that, I think. I remember.
Yeah.
That shit was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I remember you recording that.
Fun.
Yeah. I still think it's cool.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know
it for
how
the
much you've
story.
shared, so I'm not gonna.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and MGK like worked our asses off, like bad. Just between Bam Margera leaking it and like him being,
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a big part of the fucking arc. I see Bam Margera leak only my verse. I call MGK. MGK's on a movie set. He's like, Bam, dude, what? You fucking. Then we had to, and then here I am with a rapper I've been listening to for 10 years, and I have like a week to fucking lay a verse on this super unconventional beat from my room, and like it was just so much pressure.
Yeah. What was the story for why? Like, why did Bam even show it? Was he just like hyped? He's like, yo, you should hear this.
He wasn't hype. Okay, so it wasn't even like a story post. It was a 3-part Instagram post with only my verse. It was specifically only my verse. He was not in his right mind. I think he was having a bit of a thing, and
For sure.
I guess he chose my verse to have a thing too. And he posted a 3-part Instagram post. He was like, man, MGK is crazy. I'm like, that's my fucking verse. Had to be only mine. It's like, damn it.
Yeah, wow. But now here we are.
Yeah, now the song got a whole another verse because of that. Last minute.
Yeah, was the strategy there like, well, we want to give them still something new?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like half the length before.
How long is it? Still a little
I don't know, it's still pretty short. Then he called me, he's like, bro, I have this sick idea for the music video. I was like, what? He's like, I want to fucking fight somebody. I was like, he's like, all right, man.
I remember you saying that and me thinking like that is such a cool concept.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Was there? So, but the actual video, I mean, now has like Ray and all that. Was it going to just be the fight?
I think so. I don't think there was like enough footage or something. Everything was last minute.
Oh, okay.
So something happened, and then Ray had to.
She became you.
She fucking killed it. I don't know anyone that would kill it as much as she did, like last minute, like she did.
Yeah. It was really cool seeing Ray. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she did like all the other music video stuff after that. So it's, I don't know, it's really cool.
Kicked off her music video career.
Yeah, well deserved, very well deserved.
Oh, did I? Never mind.
Oh.
Oh, I am getting a call. Give me 1 second.
Should be on ice.
The milkshake machine is broken.
Oh, fuck.
No shake for me. Well, since you said you're drinking coffee, I assume that means you're not recording.
We'll see. Sometimes I do. My voice is fucked. I can't record today.
Ooh, actually, wait. Again, I forget if I asked you this already, but your process, like you've got a beat or something, and you're gonna lay down vocals.
Yeah.
Are you the type where you get in front of the mic, and then you kind of record mumbles, and then eventually you put words to that, and you keep going? Or are you the type where you write a bunch of lyrics first, and then you, like, fit it to the beat once, like, the lyrics are done?
I do both. I usually don't record the mumbling thing, but that's usually just like when I'm walking around my place or like something like that. Or yeah, I don't usually record that. I wish I do, because sometimes I'll get a flow and then I'll forget it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that like a lot of people do this, but like, have you ever just been walking around and like you have a flow or lyrics in your head that just randomly come up and you're like, oh fuck, and you like voice record it real quick and save it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that so many people did that. And then I saw like I've met up with a lot of like big artists like in person, and I've seen them like pull their phone out and put it up to their ear. Like I've seen them pull their phone out and put it to their ear and like turn it all the way down and listen. I'm like, they're listening to like shittily like recorded voice memos when they're like driving or some shit.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm not the only one. Like I'll run out of the shower and record some shit because I'll forget it if I don't.
I also I love the like they pull out the phone and like they play something from voice memos, but it's the wrong one, and like, oh. Not that one. That one's not for anyone to hear.
Mm. So many of those, like, wonder how many songs we wouldn't have if those didn't exist.
Yeah. I've heard of a couple instances too where people like just kind of liked the texture or whatever that was on the voice memo.
Yeah.
And then kind of like made it part of the song.
Yeah, sometimes they can't recreate things. Like, when I made my song "Miss You," it was like when I wasn't mentally well, and then I was like, oh, that sounds like a sick song. I'll record it later, and then I couldn't get the vocals to sound as like emotional or like real later.
Yeah.
So I just used the takes off the Blue Yeti.
Wow. Yeah, because you couldn't like get into that headspace and record it the same way. Yeah. Yeah, headspace is such an interesting like point of like you have the voice, you have the...
Look at the timer.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What does the timer mean, Toast?
Yeah. Just anticipation.
Just something to watch.
Man. I feel like a fool.
I feel baited. Actually, I mean, chat gave me the false hope. So really, I think chat gets minus points.
Get farmed.
Hit some alarm.
No, you fucking have it.
We saw you in the other stream.
Uh-huh.
What can we say about Toast, since he's listening?
Well, well,
Do you have any Toast anecdotes?
was an anecdote.
A little short story from your past with Toast.
Well, you know,
Here, I have one. I'll start. Maybe I can jog the memory.
yeah.
I will never forget Toast's birthday because we were all... Skara got a new VR thing, and we were all in the living room playing VR. And I was the first one to open VR chat, and VR chat needs you to put in a birthday. And in front of everyone, everyone's watching, I didn't know what Toast's birthday was, and I got hard flamed for it.
I don't know anyone's birthday. I don't know a single
See, I'm
person's.
similar. I don't even. Sometimes I forget like my sister's or my parents' birthdays. But now I will never forget Toast because of the humiliation I felt in front of a whole room of people.
I literally, I don't know anyone's birthday. I know that Emma's is in August. I don't know anyone's birthday. Oh
High
my
five.
god.
Fun fact though, Toast's birthday is the day before my dad's.
That doesn't help me because I don't know.
I mean, we also like, we can just Google his birthday. Why does it
Very
matter?
true. Very true. Oh, Dream's birthday is in August as well.
On the topic of Googling, have you ever Googled yourself and just read like the craziest weird stuff?
Yeah, all those information sites, like with like the net worth and everything, they always get like everything wrong.
There's one there's a wait, what is it? I think it's the OTV fan wiki or whatever says that I get paid like 3 or 4 million a year.
Yeah.
Where is this?
When is Ray's birthday?
I think someone said January 8th for Ray's birthday. January 8th.
Try to remember that.
It's coming up.
Oh
But,
shit.
but Toast's is first.
What is Toast's birthday?
Toast's birthday. So let's see if the chat knows. Chat, when is Toast's birthday? They took too long. They Googled it. Oh, I got my months mixed up. I guess I forgot.
Oh, what do you mean it's coming up soon?
I
thought
was
it was
thinking
December.
I was thinking Christmas Day for some reason. Yeah, December 25th.
Oh my god. You don't even know his birthday.
Yeah, well now I've been humiliated in front
After
of
all
15,000
that
people.
talk about how you got humiliated, that you got it wrong. Now you just did it again.
I guess the room of 13 didn't matter. I needed to multiply it by 1,000.
Now you'll never forget this. Now I'll never forget. It's a month before Christmas.
Fuck.
That's
In his own stream.
on his stream.
In his own room. He's listening to us rolling over.
The one birthday I remember is this.
Hey, that's just more proof that I can't remember birthdays, right?
That's so funny.
Am I still VIP? Okay. Whew. Yeah, let's just hope that he was napping through this part.
So true. I gotta send you some of this music.
Yeah, gimme.
I don't know. They're all like shitty demos, but I don't think there can ever be more than that.
Do you
Awesome.
yeah, going back to music, do you ever like look at like listen to everything you did in order and like see how your sound evolved?
Oh yeah. I have all my files from the first stuff I ever made.
Because that I think is just so cool. And also some of them kind of teleport you back to like that time in your life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have an old song called "L.A. Rain" from like 2017. It's like one of the only songs I think from that time period that ever like got out. And yeah, I remember that the exact day or like night rather that I recorded that, like everything, like super weird.
Wow. It's funny how it just like they become little time capsules.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like I wish I recorded my or released my old stuff because I'm like I wish I had more things to like look back on.
Yeah. But I mean, you have them yourself.
Yeah, yeah. I just like personally, like when your music blows up really quick, like I like having like scattered old songs on like YouTube and shit. Like, but I don't really get to do that.
Yeah. It's kind of like anything you release now is gonna have a big magnifying glass versus like yeah.
I like when I like if you look up like Peep for example, and you go back, you go and listen to all of his like old stuff from the beginning and shit. It's like I feel like that's more fun, but
Yeah. I see what you mean, yeah. Cause like I have some stuff where like I listen back and I'm like, I would never release now.
yeah,
But I really liked that sound.
yeah.
Like, yeah, there's a part of me that's like, I'm glad I never released it. But there's another part that's like, it'd be kind of cool for people to see the journey.
Yeah.
Working hard. Moon, are you the only mod in here? Yeah, working hard. Doing the night shift. I wish I could do the Ubermensch sleep schedule.
Not sure on what that is.
It's I'm gonna forget exactly, but it's something like you're awake for 16 hours, you sleep for 3, and then you cycle through. Like days matter not to you. It's like a biohack for like the minimum amount of sleep your body needs.
Yeah. Productivity. I can't like choose when I sleep. That's the problem.
Do you think you could have been a? Do you think you would have survived back in like the 1400s?
What's the correlation?
First
off, no. But also, what's the correlation?
I went on a quick brain blast of like nowadays you can kind of sleep whenever, it doesn't matter. Versus back then, I feel like if you were on your own schedule, you'd get lost to the world. Especially back in like caveman times, like you just get eaten.
I feel lost to the world, like currently having a sleep schedule like this, like it's so fucked up how everything, like I can't have a fucking doctor appointment at 3 in the morning, you know what I mean? Like I can't fucking.
True.
There's like so many things that are just like day and night based. It's fucked.
You know when I hated this the most was I suffer from that right now. I need a doctor's appointment. I need to bring my car to a mechanic.
Yeah.
There's one more thing, and I can't do them now in my most active hours.
That's exactly what I mean. It's like the whole world is like. Yeah, I don't know.
Like I wish everything could be digital.
Yeah.
But yeah, during quarantine is when I felt that the most, or like when COVID first started, because I was like just so active and felt so productive at like 4 a.m., 3 a.m. But I couldn't do like a third of my to-do list because like I had to do it during waking hours.
Yeah. It's fucking awful.
It's like we need a second human to live our lives during the day for us. They can take
Yeah.
care of all that stuff.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm just like, I've never been so invested into making music like this much before.
Who did? I wasn't quick enough.
That was psycho. I don't know what that was all about. Like, I'm like really like off of everything right now. Like, I literally I just get up and I make music. I don't even really like check anything anymore at the moment. I just really need to, I don't know, try to put as much into it as I can.
You're like doing your own retreat.
Yeah. Some things, I don't know, like either really, really good comes out of it or it doesn't, and I'm okay with that. Like, it's like art or nothing to me.
Yeah.
And I'm fully okay with that.
Do you mess with other mediums at all?
Well,
Like,
it's
what
always,
are all the ways you express yourself?
it's always, like I said, the narration was like that. I was like, I want to put the sound effect here, the background music here, and I'll get the visuals, and I'll tell it a certain way. It was like, that was like my form of doing art at the time, and I was doing music in the background, and then
Yeah.
a lot of it is like my physical, well, not a lot of it, like another medium is my physical appearance, and like I'm into fashion and shit. Like, yeah. And then, I wish I could draw, but I can't. I've done a lot of things, like very, very many things, but I like music because, like, usually with the other things I get like pretty good at it or like okay at it, and then I go on to a different thing. But with music is so challenging. I think it's fascinating that we have like the data of thousands and thousands of songs over the years and like what makes a song. You'd think after like all these songs we'd know like this is how you make a hit song.
Yeah, like it'd be solved.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
still not. Like, yeah.
And like while you do have industry shit like where if anyone goes onto any big song on Spotify right now, you fucking click the show credits button under it, it's gonna have like 50 writers and shit. And like producers. So there's some like obviously some people are good at writing and there's like methods and shit where people are like, oh, we can try to do that. I mean, that's kind of like how industry plans happen and shit. But music taste like evolves, which is kind of fascinating to me because you can't really calculate that. It's like very human.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if like 20 years ago and shit you would never hear something like E-Girls. You would never hear a fucking hard bass distorted drop in a joke like you would never hear that, or like screaming in like rap music as much, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it's fun that it's like forever challenging to me, and I want to be able to confidently do a lot of things with it.
Yeah.
And it keeps me invested into it because like I want to be able to get it right, and I feel like I'm nowhere near that yet.
It's funny because it is like it's like that scene in Back to the Future. Wait, have you seen that movie? I'm realizing now, like referencing movies.
Not really.
Maybe you haven't seen them.
No, I think I saw it in VR chat.
There's a great. I love that you saw it there. There's a stream, or not a stream. There's a scene in Back to the Future where he's like at a dance and he's like playing music from the future at the dance, and like at first they're all vibing, but then he starts playing just like stuff that's too modern, and they're like, "What is this?" He's like, "Sorry, you aren't ready for that yet, but your kids will love it."
Yeah.
Because it's true, like
weird.
I don't think we could like take all the music we have now and bring it back and like have even people even enjoy it. Like some of it, sure.
It's so weird. It's
Yeah.
like there's nothing on a biological level that it changes there really. It's like I mean, you have like, usually things are like a 1-4 beat, not like a 1-3 or something. Like there's general structure, but yeah, I don't know.
I've noticed that the timer has gone down to sub a minute. Very curious if there's meaning to that. 20 seconds until liftoff.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Valorant with him. Probably play a game.
Sounds good. 5, 4,
I was here.
3, 2.
Oh, and now Toast returns.
Whoa.
That's what it was for.
Like clockwork.
It was great.
It was incredible.
I'm gonna play Valorant and yeah, that's what I'll do. Yep. Nice, nice. Yeah, of course.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming on. You guys did a
Toast is
wonderful job.
muted apparently.
Oh, yeah, I'm muted on my stream. So yeah, my plan is to have these kind of segments forever and ever, because
It works.
video killed the radio star.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, but streaming killed the video star, and now we're going full circle, and now radio is gonna kill the streaming star.
I see. We should talk about that sometime.
All right, sounds good. Maybe we can play some of your music on this radio station one day.
Yeah,
With commentary, yeah.
Oh yeah, like
that'd be fun.
yeah,
And you're allowed to, because I don't claim any of it.
perfect. And then one day my goal is for my radio station to become like a hub for new artists to showcase their work and get their career start.
And then they get signed and claim all of it.
And then your radio station is killed.
And then they killed you. Okay. Bye, Brodin.
Enjoy the Valo.
Yeah,
Thank you,
bye, Brodin.
Brodin. You're always welcome to be my DJ host anytime.